Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Precoa co-founders Bret Davis and Mark Hornibrook.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree.
The name's Davis. Bret Davis.
Hey, everybody, it's great to see you. We're glad to have you.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. The name's Brooke. Horny Brooke.
Well,
No,
Hornibrook.
the name's Hornibrook. Mark Hornibrook.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Davis and Mr. Brooke. Can I interest you in a drink?
Hornibrook, right?
Hornibrook. Did you say Brooke?
I did.
I'm sorry, that was a mistake. It's Hornibrook.
Brooke or Hornibrook?
Horny
Got it.
Brook. Put it together.
Hornibrook.
Yeah.
But I think we'll take two. How about 2 dry vodka martinis, but hold the vodka and hold the vermouth?
So, some olives in a martini glass.
Actually, we'd like a twist of lemon, shaken, not stirred.
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
Oh, thank you. Well, speaking of floating boats, you know, I don't think there's been so many people on a cruise ship thinking about funerals since the Titanic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorry.
I'm not sure we can go there. I mean, we're on a cruise ship heading to Alaska, glaciers and icebergs.
Yeah.
Probably not the
Probably
best
not.
thing.
Let's-
But speaking of freezing to death, who's cold? Anybody want a blanket?
How about some Precoa blankets?
It's a new life for me.
There you go.
Here we go.
And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun,
Ready?
you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me.
Well, speaking of cold places, we'd like to welcome some of our guests, specifically some of our guests of our insurance companies. Would our guests from Madison, Wisconsin, Steve and Gary, please stand to be recognized.
Peace when
National
day
Guardian
is
Live.
done, that's what I mean. And this old
Gary.
world is a new world and a bold world for me.
Also, we have our friends from Omaha, from Physicians Mutual. We've got Melissa, Bryce, and Lee. Where are you? Stand up, please. Right there.
We'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome our first-time guests on a Precoa Escapes adventure. If this is your first time, will you please stand to be recognized?
Hey! Look at that! Woo!
All right, who's ready to have a good time tonight? I can't hear you. Who's ready to have a good time tonight? There we
Awesome.
go. Well, we have a great show for you tonight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Oh, Brett, is this a new group from maybe one of our southern accounts here? What do we got going on?
In constant sorrow through his day. I am the man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. You can bury me in Sunday Valley for many years where I may lay. And you may learn to meet you on God's golden shore. He'll meet you on God's golden shore.
Well, what do we think of the Soggy Bottoms? Well, it's great to be here tonight. You know, once a year we get this fantastic opportunity to come together and be with each and every one of you to create long-lasting memories and relationships. We have a handful of values at Precoa, and one of the values that we have is that we enjoy the work we do, and that we also enjoy all of those that we work with. That we take time out of our day to have fun, to laugh, to build connection, and to recognize the accomplishments that each of us has made along the way. And if you think about it, that is exactly what we're going to do here tonight. We're going to honor the tremendous work that each and every one of you have done. We hope to have a good time, we hope to laugh, we hope to have fun, and we hope to build connections. Many of my memories that I have over the last 14 years on these incentive trips surround a lot of these fantastic memories that have been created. And I was reminded of this recently when I received a phone call from one of my good friends, Rob Meredith, who told me that one of our very first counselors that was with us had passed away. His name was Roosevelt Curran. Many of you probably know and remember Roosevelt. And immediately, I felt a deep sense of sorrow. But as the initial shock of the news that Roosevelt had passed away had passed, I immediately had this huge wave of fantastic memories that I had had with Roosevelt on these incentive trips. I remembered Roosevelt was a huge fisherman. I remember very specifically that he wanted to go catch a marlin, and the likelihood that you're going to catch a marlin is really, really small. But Roosevelt was determined. He went out, got on a boat, and he came back with the biggest marlin I think I've ever seen. And he stuffed that thing and he put it above his mantle at his home, and I saw multiple pictures of that marlin above his mantle and how proud he was of that. I remember playing golf on top of a cruise ship with Roosevelt. I remember going to Pearl Harbor with Roosevelt, and just the memories that we had of seeing Pearl Harbor and feeling the emotions that you feel there. And I remember one last thing, and a very special thing to me was a ziplining tour that Roosevelt and I went on. I have a picture of Roosevelt in my office to remind me of these types of memories that we create and make on these trips. And I am so very grateful for the opportunity we have to come together to honor each other, to build relationships, and to create these memories. And so I hope throughout this week you'll take this opportunity to build these memories, to put the cell phones away, to really enjoy the moment that you live in. Some other memories that I have, and tremendous memories I have, surround one of our very first counselors that we had when we started this company 14 years ago. And tonight it's my honor to recognize this individual with a Lifetime Achievement Award. She started with us, like I said. She was one of our very first 3 counselors. She has qualified for all 14 incentive trips. She is one of the most adventurous people you will ever meet. She signs up for the most dangerous excursions, and somehow she finds a way to hurt herself on quite a few of those. She is a wonderful individual. She has written a little over $12 million in sales, but more importantly, she has met with and planned 3,500 funerals throughout her career. If you would please join with me in welcoming Miss Shirley Johnson to the stage. Love you.
Shirley, we've been on some pretty amazing trips together, but this week's going to be extra special because we're all here with you to help celebrate your 75th birthday on Thursday.
We would like to recognize our sales achievement winners who have produced between $500,000 and $750,000 in pre-need. Would the following award winners please stand?
Jackie Leathers, Peter Liu, Stephen Pierce, and Mary Agayan.
Seth Nettleton, Aaron Lee, Diane Dismukes, and Eileen Moranian.
Wayne Landreth, Jim Velarde, Angel Honda, and Charles Christopher.
Maureen Watts, Jody Wentz, Kit Chung, and Karen Minear.
Vicki Can, Sandy Buell, Lane McIntyre, and Lisa Bates.
Amy Irvin, Sally Gray, Bill Davis, and David Gray.
Jessica Seeley, Jessica Light, Jacob Dembekjian, and Crystal Newman.
Zoe Barnwell, Ginger Allen, Betty Lavariega, and Monica Sivaboda.
George Alleman, Colton Brazier, Patrick Sands, and Angela Susbury.
Shelley Becker, Carol Grunwald, Orlando Page, and Brady Bagley.
Helen Aker Wolf, Cheryl Tinold, Angel Moreno, and Monica Varley Snyder.
Pam Smith, Marilyn Dixon, Ben Jett, and Linda Alvarez.
Angelina Davis Lindsay, Ana Maria Nunez, Bart Ayu, and Beth Perrine.
Paul Coble, Dane Galvin, Jessica Clark, and Ray Finger.
Congratulations to our 2017 Sales Achievement winners.
Good evening. Would the following people please stand? Brady Bagley, Willie Cortez, Bill Davis, Ray Fingers, Sarah Kirschbach, Noble Signs, and Maureen Watts.
These individuals have been with us for less than a year, but their production rate's right up there with the best in the company. And with new talent like this joining Precoa each year, the future for Precoa looks bright, very bright. Congratulations to Precoa's rising stars.
The Lure of the Seas is one of the most decorated cruise ships in the world. 3 years ago, it was voted the best cruise ship on the planet Earth. It's received similar such recognition for the last 2 years ever since then. And for the last 2 years, it's been voted #1 for entertainment. Matter of fact, there's so much entertainment on the ship that if you went to a new show every day, you wouldn't be able to see them all. So you're going to have to go to more than one a day to see all the shows they have there. They are amazing. The new off-Broadway they have there is Mamma Mia. It will be a fun show to watch in their amazing theater. The ship itself is more than twice the size of this ship. It is a big ship, but you'll find fewer lines and less crowds than you do here. The Lure of the Seas is an amazing ship. It will be a warm and wonderful trip through the Caribbean. This is wonderful, too. It's just not warm. But there's warm hearts here. That's what counts. Yes. Anyway, we'll have a great time next year. We look forward to being with each of you there on the Allure of the Seas. Thank you.
Brad.
Hey, John.
Brad.
Oh, I love your beard. Yeah, I love it.
Well, thank you, but Brad.
Oh. Whew. Love them soggy bottom boys. Sorry, folks.
I'll tell you what, standing here next to you in that beard with our fresh haircuts, you know what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, yeah.
Twins. I mean, you get it, right? Everybody seen the movie? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito?
Yeah. Only difference is I'm the chubby one, you're the fit one, but we'll take it.
Well, if we're going to have fun at our own expense, it's only fair that we have a little fun at Precoa's expense, don't you think?
I totally agree.
So how about we give away a little bit of swag?
Let's do it.
So what we've got here is a little drawing, and when we pull the name out, we're going to ask you to stand up where you're at, and you're going to win a brand new Precoa hat.
Hey, that sounds great, John, but let's not just give it to the winner. Let's give it to the whole row.
The whole row.
All right,
let's do
see.
this. And our winner is James Lynch.
James Lynch, where are you? Where's James Lynch? Right there, up top. Hats for that whole row. All right. Well, we'd like to recognize those who produced between $750,000 and $1 million in sales last year. These are truly some exceptional AFPs.
Will each of you stand as we call your name? First up, Chris Teal and Ashavir Hajabikian.
Kathy Jeffers and Holly Berrigan.
Michelle Riley and Shirley Johnson.
Hector Medina and Cindy Chung.
Maggie Tuico and Laura Deaton.
Tonya Listovich and Bob Cerna.
Michelle Lucero and Nelson Fajardo.
Natzik Kachatorian and Cassie King.
Lance Mitchell and Karen Pace.
Anahit Jalavian and Geraldine Gallegos.
Robert Strong and Londell Ramsey.
Mirna Evangelista and Tony Santos.
Eric Fisher and Jody Ortiz.
Don Odom and Alan Lagarde.
Fanny Wiley and Domani Ho.
Tim Jones and Daniel Hoffman.
Debbie Molly and Karen Nichols.
Daryl Pendleton and Jack Pedrumian.
Arpi Machuchian and Gerardo Rodriguez.
Ben Wood and Barb Holford.
Vicky Hook and Ana Ruiz Perez.
Rafi Hovanesian and Paul Earl Hall.
Bev Keene and Michelle O'Hara.
Cindy Thomas and Cindy Picorni.
Christian Ingram and Jenny Hatumian.
And Teresa Sutton. Congratulations and thank you for all of your hard work.
You cannot unsee what you just saw. I've known they were going to do that for quite some time now, and I am still struggling with how to follow it up. So I'm going to do my best to get us back on track. It's hard to believe, but it was just a little bit over a year ago that we announced the merger of the Outlook Group and Precoa. And there are a number of individuals out there tonight that is their first time experiencing a Precoa Escapes trip. And they came to Precoa from Outlook through the merger. And on behalf of them and myself, I want to thank each and every one of you for welcoming us with such open arms and so warmly. We could not thank you enough. This feels like home. And to each of you, those same people who are sitting out there who came to Precoa through Outlook, came to Precoa from Outlook through the merger, on behalf of myself and our family, I just want to say thank you for taking the leap with us. So, the foundation of our merger was a shared purpose, and Precoa's purpose is to enrich life through meaningful connection. And in life, moments of great joy and moments of great pain offer us opportunities to connect. And as we all know, following a loss, a funeral provides people the opportunity to share in the great pain of that loss. It also provides people the opportunity to share in the great joy of those wonderful memories. This process creates connection. Brene Brown articulated this incredibly well in her most recent book, Braving the Wilderness. Funerals matter. Showing up to them matters. And funerals matter not just to the people grieving, but to everyone that is there. The collective pain and sometimes joy we experience when gathering to celebrate the end of one's life is perhaps one of the most powerful moments of connection we can experience. We believe this truth should be shared with as many people as possible, and that Pre-Need is the best and greatest platform to do just that. To ensure as many people as possible have the opportunity to experience the healing power of funeral service. It is an honor and a privilege to carry out this purpose with the valued partners that are here with us tonight. Thank you so much.
In a moment, Rob, Meredith, and Todd Dashley will join us on stage to present 2 Distinguished Partner Awards. Before they do, we would like to take the opportunity to recognize each of our valued partners that are here with us tonight. Will all of the owners, managers, and staff from the following partners please stand as we call your name and be recognized?
Bradford O'Keefe Funeral Homes, Bradshaw Funeral and Cremation Services, and Callahan Funeral Home.
Charles F. Snyder Funeral Homes and Crematory, Chicago Jewish Funerals, and Coyle Funeral and Cremation Services.
Cress Funeral and Cremation Service, Evans Funeral Chapel and Cremation Services, and Family Legacy.
Flanner and Buchanan Funeral Centers, French Funerals and Cremations, and Green Valley Mortuary and Cemetery.
Gregory B. Levitt and Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory, Haran and McConaty Funeral Service, and Hummel Funeral Homes and Crematories.
John A. Gentleman Mortuaries and Crematory, Krause Funeral Homes and Cremation Service, and Langland Family Funeral Home.
Meredith Clark Funeral Home, Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Homes and Crematory, and Murdoch Funeral Homes and Cremation Service.
Porter Loring Mortuaries, Reynolds Yonkoff Funeral Home and Cremation Services, and Roper and Sons Funeral Home.
Russin Mortuary and Crematory, Schettinger Funeral and Cremation Services, and Franklin and Downs Funeral Home.
Snyder Funeral Homes, Stevenson and Son Funeral Homes, and Sunset Funeral Homes.
Seitzma Funeral and Cremation Services, Burton Family Funeral Homes, and Wickman Fargo Funeral Homes and Crematories.
And Forest Lawn. Thank you to all of our valued partners for being here with us tonight.
Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still.
Hello, everybody. Precoa! And we're together again. You know, and every year I get a chance to come out here and just thank all the salespeople. Because, you know, if you ever play that game of life, it's the worst game because it puts the salesman as the lowest position in the game. And you guys are the best. Not just because I feel I'm a salesman too, but it's unbelievable. But there's something I need to talk about that I've never talked about, and that's the owners. And that's basically what my job is. I go out and I meet these guys, and they've already got relationships with other companies they've had for years, and I keep telling them, but this is better, this is better. And so here's the thanks I want to give tonight. I want it to go to the owners because without them, the counselors wouldn't get a chance to sample all these great tools that Precoa brings to the table. Awesome. I appreciate you all taking that leap of faith. And hopefully it's benefited everybody in this room tremendously. So I'm going to get Todd out here, and we're going to announce Funeral Home of the Year. You know, what's funny, if you guys know Todd, everybody every once in a while wants to do something to get out of work, but throwing yourself down a flight of stairs is a little extreme. I think he's going a little senile as he gets older. Is that right, Todd?
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of old, I was just so glad when I saw the lineup this year and I saw Rob's name next to mine, and I thought, finally, somebody as old as me standing up here on this stage.
Are you kidding? I'm the same age as Eric Battles.
Well, if that's true, I need to ask for a transfer to the home office.
You're not going anywhere. We need you in the field.
Well, Rob, we have the great honor of introducing a couple of firms for our Distinguished Partners Awards this year. The first firm I'm going to tell you a little bit about. First of all, they come, and I'm probably giving it away here, but they come from the great, beautiful state of Montana. And since 2010, they have partnered with us, allowed us to represent them, and we have together put intentional plans in place for over 2,400 families. And if you know anything about Montana, that's about half the population. But anyway, in all seriousness, this family is in its third generation. Second generation mom, Marlene, still comes by the funeral home every day and brings chili and beef stew, and now I know why Beverlyn works there. But anyway, in their third generation, still serving families all over Montana, it is our pleasure and our honor to introduce Stevenson Family Funeral Homes. And I would like to introduce Todd and Terry, invite you up to the stage.
on to the next funeral home of the year. And this one, I had the fortune on calling on them for over 20 years and them telling me no every time I walked in. And I finally came into their firm with something great. I'd worked for a few other companies I'd tried to get them on board with, and just wasn't good enough. They were holding out for Precoa, I think. This firm actually doubled its volume. It was already the leader in the market. It had been the leader as long as I could remember, and we were able to come up there and help them actually take it to a new level of servicing families. This firm also was instrumental in helping us get national credit for our pizza and pre-plan. We got on Today's Show and Fox News, and all because of this firm promoting it. And so I would like to say that this firm, we appreciate everything you do, and I'd like to bring up Mark Krause, 2017 award winner for Funeral Home of the Year. Krause Funeral Home.
Every year, we like to honor our employees celebrating their 10-year anniversary with Precoa with an invitation on this incentive trip. We'd like to invite to the stage Sharon Asciuto, Dennis Beverlin, Linda Cooper, Holly Sari, Kevin Woodfill, and Shelley McGill.
Of these people have been truly instrumental in our success over the last decade, and we are so grateful to have them here with us tonight. Thank you for your years of services. We love you.
Chained our hearts in vain. We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, and shocking. What do you think was the amazing part?
Well, after all these years of knowing Battles and knowing his incredible sense of style, I can't believe he just copied Miley Cyrus's haircut.
That's good.
So what was so shocking?
I just can't believe how much I preferred seeing Battles as Miley Cyrus instead of Miley as Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Anyone else agree with me?
That is definitely shocking and amazing. And what's even more amazing, our next category of award winners are $1 million producers.
Achieving over $1 million in sales continues to be the gold standard in the pre-need profession. Dedication and hard work is only matched by their love and care for the families they serve.
Thank you for all that you do. You're a constant inspiration to all of us. And now our 2017 $1 Million producers. From McMullen Funeral Home, Christy Jones.
From Forest Lawn, Amy Crocker.
From Forest Lawn, Eleanouche Evasian.
From Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Homes, Karen Johnson.
From Forest Lawn, Ting Victor.
From Coyle Funeral and Cremation Services, Megan Coyle Stamos.
From Connor Westbury Funeral Home, Seth Boyle.
From Callaway Jones Funeral and Cremation Centers, Sarah Krupbosch Conway.
From Krause Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Nancy Matansi.
From French Funerals and Cremations, Carla Barella Lucero.
From French Funerals and Cremations, Barbara Shelton.
From Robinson Funeral Homes, Stokes Hunter.
From Porter Loring Mortuaries, Martha Sandoval.
From Matthijs Kuiper de Graaf Funeral Directors, Skylar Herendine.
From Forest Lawn, Mary Gaustian.
From Scott Funeral Homes, Laura Rodich.
From Sharp Funeral Homes, Cheryl Marshall.
From Forest Lawn, Albert Kim.
From Forest Lawn, May Chu.
From Eastgate Parkway Funeral Services, Ginger Paul.
From Kemp Family Funeral Homes, Kevin Swanson.
From Forest Lawn, Juliet Samerzian.
From Forest Lawn, Agnes Bisgard.
From Ernest Funeral Homes, Tammy Clock.
From Moore Fitzgerald Funeral Home, Wes Watkins.
From Forest Lawn, William Saya.
From Bush Funeral and Crematory Services, Skip Skolnick.
From Nelson House Funeral Home, Joanne McCall.
From Forest Lawn, Lida Golbadakian.
From Forest Lawn, Patrick Lee.
From Terrell Brody Funeral Home, Samuel Gray.
From French Funerals and Cremations, Lynn Loomis. Mark Ballard is accepting the award on his behalf.
From Forest Lawn, Vinjet Singantico.
From Porter Loring Mortuaries, Christina Olivares.
From Forest Lawn, John Kang.
From Forest Lawn, Angela Vega.
From Murdoch Funeral Homes and Cremation Service, Joe Eagle.
From Stevenson and Sons Funeral Homes, Lynn Anderson.
From Wickman Fargo Funeral Homes and Crematories, Lisa Brennan.
And from Reynolds Yonkoff Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Nicole Westrick.
Congratulations to our 2017 $1 Million producers.
He's back. So Eric, I was just kind of thinking backstage, and I'm not sure if there's anything better than you wearing lipstick, licking a sledgehammer.
I can think of almost anything better. Like almost everything is better than that.
I don't know. That was something. It was definitely something.
Man, unbelievable.
Well, let's see if we can top it. I think something that might top that would be some cold, hard cash.
Cash!
Who wants some cash?
Baby, does anybody want any cash out here? Who likes cash?
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. All right, I'll tell you what. I've got every single one of your names in this little sweet rolly thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to come out and pick somebody.
All righty, can I get a runner? I need somebody super fast. Tai G, no, you're not fast. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Yes,
Hey,
Jim Schaefer, here he is.
Thanks. Well, I'll tell you what, I got $250 right here going to Mr. Joseph Eagle.
Joseph, where you at? Stand up.
Right there.
Stand up, Joe.
Hey-oh! Cash money. Cash money.
What do you say we do it again?
Do we do it again?
Let's do it again.
Get a real good reach in there.
Need another runner, another fast guy, Jared Jensen. Here we go.
All right. You want to read it?
You are not going to have to run far. For $250, Kelly Townsend.
Woo! Miss Kelly Townsend. Congratulations.
Joe and Kelly, congratulations. So now we have a choice. We can do another raffle, or we can make Eric lick the hammer again.
No. Raffle it is. How about that? I'll tell you what, I'll up the ante a little bit. I think all I got left in my pocket is $500. That's better than a hammer any day. I'll tell you what, right here.
Okay, one more runner. And remember, before we announce this name, there's a casino on board, so this 500 can become a lot more.
Here we go. And the winner is Miss Sally Gray.
Sally Gray, where are you at? Stand up, Sally. Sally, where are you at? Make yourself known, Sally.
Where are you at? We need you to stand up and wave your hands. Oh. We didn't practice that.
Is that mistaken identity?
Skip, you got too little hair to be Sally, my brother.
Got to be present to win?
You gotta be present to win. All right. I want you to count out that. Make sure you Yeah. All right. Let's go for Mr. Skylar Herendeen.
Skylar! Right here. Congratulations, Skylar. Don't spend it all in one place.
Or do. All right. Tonight, we are so excited to be able to announce this year's 2017 sales leader. We are incredibly excited to share this person with you, and they join a group of extremely elite sales leaders of years past.
This year's sales leader has led his team to tremendous results over the past four and a half years that they've been with Precoa. One of the things that I love about this individual is he teaches his team to fish for themselves and generate local leads. In fact, over 50% of their business comes from local active lead generation. And this individual leads from the front, whether it's doing a group presentation, working a senior expo or fair, generating leads, getting into the files, making phone calls. He's there shoulder to shoulder with each of his advanced funeral planners, helping them have as much success as possible.
And if that's not enough, his team has one of the highest close rates in the entire country, with a presentation close rate of over 59%. Come on, as a group. And an efficiency rate of nearly 40%, which is absolutely terrific and puts him in one of the top tiers of the company.
But the numbers aren't the only thing that makes this individual so unique and so special. He's a selfless leader. He treats every single person that he meets like their family, and being from Mississippi, they might be. Hang on now.
Never know.
He is one of the most positive, optimistic, energetic people that I have met in my entire life. When I call him, if I'm down, if I need to pick me up, this is the person I call, and I always end up feeling better after that phone call. Whether it's the families he serves, his team, or his own family, he puts his whole heart and soul into everything that he does. And to me, he's become a great friend and a great example of someone who enriches life through meaningful connection.
Please welcome to the stage our 2017 sales leader from Bradford O'Keefe Funeral Homes, Mr. Justin O'Keefe.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
Good evening.
Hey, Tyler, every year, you and I, we come out here, we're always punking each other, always doing a bunch of silly stuff, acting like a couple village idiots. Yep. I don't want to do that this year. Let's not do that.
Really? Okay. Just keep it professional.
Let's just keep it real.
Okay, nothing crazy. Let's just get down to business. We have the most talented field managers in the profession. And before we announce our field manager of the year, we have got to take a moment to recognize all of our field management for their incredible passion and commitment.
Yes, we do. If we can have all of our field managers stand up, and if I could ask for the house lights to be turned on, there are a couple things that I'd like to tell you quickly. If we could have everybody, all of our field managers, please stand up. First of all, thank you. While they're standing, I want to tell you just a couple things about them. First of all, we are off to an incredible year, off to another record year, all the way up to and even including tonight's lip sync, which I can tell you, Tyler, that is not an easy thing to do.
I could never do that.
Oh, no. And I'm fairly certain we really don't want to see that. Now, I've got the privilege of working with all of these field managers on a daily basis. And it is an extremely talented group of men and women. And their commitment, first and foremost, to our funeral home partners, so many of them are here tonight, is absolutely incredible. The commitment that they have to our advanced funeral planners, all of their coaching, mentoring, love that they share, and then also the sensitivity to the families in the home that we have an opportunity to serve. I just want you to know from the absolute bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything that you do for us.
Brian and I are honored to be able to announce tonight's Field Manager of the Year. This individual is joining an elite group of field managers, and deciding on this award winner is becoming harder and harder every year.
I've been living for the weekend, but no, not anymore. Cause here comes that familiar feeling that Friday's famous for. Yeah, I'm looking for some action, and it's out there somewhere. You can feel the electricity all in the evening air, and it may just be more of the same. But sometimes you wanna go where everyone knows your name. So I guess I'll have to wait and see. But I'm just gonna let something brand new happen to me. And it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Bright lights in the big city belong to us tonight. I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Now everybody knows I've got the magic in me. When I hit the flow, the girls come snapping at me. Now everybody wants some presto magic.
These tricks that I'll attempt will blow your mind. Pick a verse, any verse, I'll hypnotize you with every line. I'll need a volunteer, how about you? With the eyes, come on down to the front and sit right here and don't be shy. So come on, let's see the show tonight. Prepare to be astounded, no ghost or poltergeist. You know I'm no Pinocchio, I never told a lie. They call me Mr. Magic, man, I'm more on cloud 9.
I've got the magic in me.
I got the magic, baby.
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
It turns to gold.
Everybody knows I've got the magic, magic, magic,
come on.
magic, magic,
Come on.
magic,
Everybody,
magic, magic, magic. I got the magic in me.
You got a big boy.
Like we were saying, Brian and I are honored
And winded.
to be able to announce tonight's Field Manager of the Year. This individual is joining an elite group of managers, and choosing the award, the winner of this award, is getting harder and harder every single year.
From a numerical standpoint, this individual absolutely checked all the boxes. From January to December last year, same-store sales grew over 11% for the year. Average funeral value is one of the highest in the companies. And then lead ratio, which that's our advanced funeral planners that provide leads outside of our national lead program, one of the highest in the company.
He's also done so many other things. He's worked with our sales development department on a nationwide rollout of our acute loss period training. He's also one of our best coaches of our world-class in-home presentation, and he's a master at out-of-area protection implementation. This field manager has risen to the top in so many different areas. Now, unfortunately, his wife's unable to be with us tonight because they have a beautiful 3-month-old baby girl. She's not quite old enough to make it on the trip.
You know, this individual could have brought anybody. Could have brought a sibling, could have brought a close friend. We thought it was really, really cool. He chose to bring his dad. And I can't imagine as a father the sense of pride that a dad's going to feel this evening, and our hope is that this is a night that neither one of them will ever forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 31 outstanding field managers, and tonight we're honored to recognize our 2017 Field Manager of the Year, Spencer Roylance.
gentlemen, please welcome Precoa President Michael Hornibrook.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here this evening. I wanted to start by sharing a line from one of my favorite songs, and I want you to listen as I share that to the imagery. A single thread in a tapestry, though its colors brightly shine, can never see its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. Each of us, in our unique way, shine brightly. Those threads that help and bless the lives of all those around us. But what we may not see is the impact and the change that we are collectively bringing to an entire country. With what we're doing with pre-need and at-need working together, we are sharing a message on the importance of pre-planning and the value of funeral service that's impacting lives everywhere. Just this week, I was reflecting as we were coming on this trip, my wife and I took a moment. We decided to update our will, which we do on occasion. And considering all the icebergs and killer whales, I thought this would be a good time to do it. But as we were updating that, I also took the time to jot a few additional thoughts down for my funeral plan. And it occurred to me as I did that particularly at my age, that there's no way I would do that if I wasn't in this profession or if I hadn't been taught the importance of that. And then what hit me is that there's many people out there that are still unsure or don't know the why of what we do. And it's our job to get that message out there because we know how important it is. The value of pre-planning and of service. And I believe that we have brought together the greatest group of individuals to help carry that vision across the country. See, within this group, we have the most financially sound insurance companies in the country. We have the most talented employees who are on the leading edge of marketing and technology. We have the leading funeral homes that provide the best service to families in the profession. We have the most experienced sales managers who are in the home writing every day and training. And ultimately, we have the most caring, dedicated, and knowledgeable pre-need professionals that are out there day in and day out teaching families across America on the why of what we do. And it makes an incredible difference. Funeral service makes a difference in people's lives. And we believe that every family deserves to experience a meaningful service for those they love. And now for our final awards of the evening, we would like to honor those who have produced more than $1.25 million. I would welcome to the stage our $1 Million Produce Elite winners. From Harana McConaughey Funeral Service, Matthew Garner. From Harana McConaughey Funeral Service, Bill Logan. From Wickman Fargo Funeral Homes and Crematories, Eric Stadler. From Ramsey Funeral Homes, Kyle Newmark. From Langland, Sterenberg, and Yedema Funeral Homes, Sue Schrotenbohr. From Forest Lawn, Emily Wong. From Snyder Funeral Homes, Denise Owens. From Bush Funeral and Crematory Services, Julie Skinner. From Fry Memorial Chapel, Richard Gokin. From Russet Mortuary and Crematory, Matt Simons. From Anderson, Stevenson, Wilkie Funeral Homes, Jerry Martinez Kiefler. From Seitzema Funeral Homes, Chad Davignon. From Snyder Funeral Homes, Mike Wood. From Adamson Funeral Homes, Tom Torkelson. We are now pleased to honor the $1 million producers who have produced more than $1.5 million. From Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, Darren Kolka. From Hanson Mortuaries and Cemeteries, Sam Ashby. From Bagnasco Funeral Homes, Bob Regie. From Haran and McConaty Funeral Service, Josh Peterson. From Heritage Funeral Homes, Robert Knippel. From Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, Heather Holy. From Darby Family Funeral Homes, Tammy Hopper. Rich Darby is accepting the award on her behalf. We are now pleased to honor those who have produced over $2 million in sales, earning President's Club Award. At number 5, from Roper & Sons Funeral Home, Teresa Shear. At number 4, from Langland Family Funeral Homes, Rob Boss. At number 3, from Charles F. Snyder Funeral Homes and Crematory, Jackie Adamson. At number 2, from Emerald Coast Funeral Home and Crematory, Curtis Huffman. And our highest producer at number 1, from Charles F. Snyder Funeral Homes and Crematory, Kelly Townsend. For all those that have produced and qualified for this trip, thank you for all you've done.
Told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van. In a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up. Still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
We never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I don't know why they show these kind of videos right before I get up. It's just, it's so tender. These are wonderful memories with wonderful people. I've been a part of a number of different companies throughout my career. This company has the best people and the best partners and the best funeral planners. This is just way above every other company I've worked with. It's a great place to work with people that care about people, with people that care about what they do, and they do it with a passion because they know it's important. These are the days. So enjoy this time together now. Get to know one another. Find out the cool things about other people, and everyone has great stories and great experiences. It's wonderful to share in those lives and to do those things together. I think of some of that stuff that Precoa gives back. Wasn't that a fun time? We went into that school and just changed it in a day. How fun was that? Remember that heart-to-heart where we all took our candles out to the beach and set them on the beach, and we were thinking of someone else at the time, someone we wanted to mend a relationship with? Doesn't that touch your heart? Doesn't it make a difference if we can forgive others and just move on with our lives and love more purely? This is a cool thing. This is what we try to do, is to help each other to be the best we can be, here and now, and be grateful for these times so that we have great memories as we go through our life. 6 years ago, we were in Maui. Some of you were there. Many of you were there. At that time, I shared that I had my cancer. It was kind of a sad moment, and yet it was interesting to me. Just last week, or just yesterday, someone was asking, well, so, the cancer experience you've been through, what did you learn from that? And I couldn't help but feel, you know what I learned? I learned that there's a lot of people that love and care about other people, and particularly me, which you don't know. All of you should go through the experience of almost dying, and then you can realize how much people love you. And then when you get better, they don't care so much. No, it's not true. That's not true at all. They still love you, they just don't show it as much. And I thought, wow, we should show that. I mean, how many times on this trip I've had people already and say, how are you doing? I say, fine. No, how are you doing? They want to know how you're doing. They really want to know. And they come up to me and say, you look great. I said, really? I got an extra 5 or 10 pounds. Yeah, that's great. That's much better than the 20 or 50 pounds you lost so fast. You all look great. You look amazing tonight. We appreciate you. We love you. We love what you're doing. we appreciate the people that you are and the people you're becoming. Now also, let me just update. Most people know, but I just want to make sure you know, we went through several bouts, 5 years of cancer coming and going, and it would come back. The last time was pretty aggressive in a very short period of time, lots of tumors all over the place, and they were painful because they're in the bones. I think we went over that last year. We got on some new medication. We thought it was working because they seemed to go away real quick. Well, it got confirmed later that it was working, and then we got confirmed at the end of last year, December, that it's still working, and so they said, you can get off the drug. And the doctor said, you have a better than 50% chance of this is done. We're over. We don't have to worry about cancer anymore. Needless to say, we're happy about that. I remember when we first started, we were wondering, and I realize different people have different beliefs, so I don't hope to not offend anybody, but we were praying and we didn't know for sure what to ask for because we recognized that we wanted to do whatever God's will was, but if he was curious, we really would rather live. So we talked to him about it in that way, and then we studied a few things and found some other stories of people that asked. Even the Savior asked sometimes when he was in a tough spot, and he still said, nevertheless, thy will be done. So we were in that mode. And we realized that all life is in his hands. But for us, he said, you're not ready yet. You have a few more things to figure out down there before you come up. So we're here, and we're glad for it. And I don't know what the reason was, but I'm glad to be here no matter what the reason is. In 2012, we unveiled the first super trip that Precoa's ever had. Many of you were on that. It was super. Tonight, we will unveil Precoa's second super trip. So next year we're on the Allure. The year after that, we haven't announced yet. That will be announced in January, and you'll love it. But this is the year after that. So we've got a little advance warning. You can save up points to spend, to extend, or whatever you may want to do on this particular trip. But it's going to be an amazing trip. And then I got to spend 10 days there, and it is an amazing place. It's halfway around the world. It'll be a long airplane flight. But when you get there, it will be a very different experience, very different than what you've experienced before around here. The people are extremely gracious. And you saw the lady bowing at the end there. So they don't wear those costumes all the time. But the bow is all over the place. You go into a store, they'll bow and greet you that way. You go into a restaurant. So just get that down because you're going to be doing it. If you have something in your hand, you just bow with one hand, but you always bow and say it. Anyway, just delightful, gracious people. They actually have some really good Thai food there, you might imagine. It's very fresh, and they know how to cook it. There's just so many wonderful things. It's going to be a great trip. Look forward to having you all there. It will be a wonderful place to be, and we'll just have a lot of fun making memories again together. Thank you.
Over the last 14 years, together we've been to a lot of amazing places, and clearly we're going to go to some really amazing places in the future. As it turns out, we've gone together to 14 or 15 different countries and 28 different cities. And after each and every one of those incentive trips, we send out a survey to each and every one of you to see how we had done and where you would like to go. And we happen to be in a place right now that has year after year come up very high, if not at the top of everyone's list. And so while we're here in Alaska, and as we contemplate where we're going in the future, we ask that you take the time to enjoy the moment that you're in today, that you enjoy the rest of the trip, that you enjoy the beautiful scenery, that you enjoy the beautiful wildlife. There is a place that we're going in Thailand that Mark forgot.
That island that you saw that was really tall and skinny in the beginning, that's called James Bond Island. And we will go there.
But before we get there, please enjoy this trip.
That's right.
So everybody, have a fantastic evening and have a fantastic rest of this trip in Alaska.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance.